Good day to everyone, and I welcome you to the another episode on Moldflow's tips and workflow. In this episode, we are going to see how Fusion 360 could be used in model preparations, particularly when it comes to the creation of the runners. As you see on my screen, I have a quite a complex fit system for which I need to create an curve. So I opened the model in the Fusion 360 and I'm trying to create a sketch on this one. I selected the default plane and I'm trying to project the curves from the existing fit system. So I have put the plane in midway between the curves or between the runners, and you can see that it is got projected onto the exactly onto the center of the plane. Now the challenge comes when we are creating a three-dimensional one. Now as you can see on your screen, I have on the 3D sketch also. So I selected the endpoint and I just follow the trajectory. Let it go beyond the feed system. So we need an horizontal line that extends the feed system, and the same way I selected the point at the top of the feed system or the top of the runner, and I all the way extended so that the recently created line and the new created lines are intersecting. And same way I'm going to create a line that is going to now cross the feed system over here, or the circular. In this case, you can also create an axis as well. So Fusion 360 has the all of the capabilities that any of the CAD solutions basically needs it or has it. And the best part is like 3D sketch. Though you start with a one plane, you can go all around and start creating the sketch as you need it. And create the sketch with the reference point. As you can see that it quickly select the reference point like a center of the circle, and that helps to create the curves or the IGS curves, at which we would later using it for the feed system creations. Now I'm going to trim the extended portions which we created on. It's all up to you whether you want to trim it in the Fusion 360 or you can do it in Moldflow as well. Make sure that these are trimmed. What I mean by trimmed is that they are not a continuous one, else if it is a continuous one, then probably in Moldflow it may not show the proper result. So we need to trim these. As I said that you have an option whether you trim it in the Fusion 360 or you can trim it in the Moldflow as well. So that's it. You can see that I created the curves now, and I can mirror it, or you say reflect it in the Fusion 360 itself, or I have an option of like mirroring it in Moldflow. So before I go into Moldflow, as you can see I'm in add-ins, and you can export these lines. Now this add-in is a customized one, so you can download the add-in. It is attached to this video's link, and you can save it into your project folder. So that transfers the curve that we have created into the IGS file, and you can use it for the creation of the feed system. But before I go and do it, I'm going to transfer as it is this model into the Moldflow. So pushing this model from Fusion 360 to Moldflow, but the model which will get it in the Moldflow would be a solid model, so it won't be having the curves. Let's see how does we go about it and import those IGS curve. So I'm creating actually a folder over here to transfer the model. You can open it in the existing folder which you're already working on also, or you can create a new project folder as well in this case. So I created like a code taste or runner folder over here, or a project, and then this model is going to open into the Moldflow 2023. Um, so whichever the latest version you have it on your machine, it is going to actually push in that or open the Moldflow of that. Okay, so I got the two layers over. One is of the part, other is of the of the feed system actually. So I'm just creating a display as a transparent. Everything in that geometry layer will be a transparent one, uh, so that when we import the model, import the curves, we should be able to see those curves. Now I'm going to add that IGS file just we exported out of the Fusion 360. Okay, and there you go. I'm just locating the file where it is, and it should be the IGS runner file, and it gets imported, and you can see that it has got imported, and that's the violet line that you'll be able to see that. The reason is that it doesn't have the attributes assigned to it. Okay, now I'm going to replicate these curves, and you see how properly it has been created out of it. It doesn't take much of time for creating in the Fusion 360 with the 3D curves. So I'm going to create actually a reference point so that I start reflecting it. I'm going to divide this curve into 2 points so that I have a reference for it when I mirror it. I'm going to select the first portion, that's the secondary runner and tertiary runners, and go into the move and copy command that you will find it under the geometry tab onto the extreme right side of the geometry tab, and you should be able to replicate it, or we have like a query and delete and measurement commands on that side. Utilities should be there on it. So there is an option as well, like you can Control M will also give the same command actually. And check out your reference plane. So I'm replicating this secondary and tertiary runners, and I'm going to reflect and make a copy of it around the XZ plane. My reference point would be anything on that line, the center line, around which we want to create a mirror, or if and make it say that it is copied to the existing layer, and you can see that this has get copied now. And now I'm going to create a replica or the image of the same runners. Yep, and say that it's around the YZ plane. And you surely makes the mistake like I did it here actually. So make sure that you are replicating it in the correct this one. So I purposefully showing it that many times we did it mirror, and you can see that I mirror it and it is just on that the same one. And of course undo option will take you to the same original location. So make sure that you are selecting the proper mirror plane, that's YZ, and apply it, and that's it. And you are ready to assign the attributes. So that things which looks very complicated in the Fusion 360, how do we go about and create those complex runner systems? It's possible with the 3D sketch with the Fusion 360. So I would suggest make the best out of the use of the Fusion 360 for the modeling purpose, and it has a bidirectional functionality of pushing the model back to Fusion 360 or from the Fusion 360 to Moldflow. Talk to you later. Bye.